Hey everyone, it's Tiffany from Let's Get Scrappy, and as promised, I have another 4th of July project, which is kind of like, it's not really 4th of July, it's like a baseball kind of, just American tradition type folio. So it's a design team project for Country Craft Creations. In this project, I'm using the 6x6 collection of their exclusive collection, All American. And I did make a banner already with this collection, and now I've made this folio, and I still have a whole bunch left. Her collections, you get so many papers, it's so hard to smash a collection. If you can do it, you are amazing. I'm just saying it's really hard. And I try because I hate putting like scraps away and having, those in a bag somewhere. But I did use the 6x6. It also comes in 8x8 and it comes in a 12x12. So some of her collections have the 6x6, which is awesome, and they're perfect for cards, for smaller projects like this. But here is what I'm sharing today, and we'll do a quick tutorial, at least I'll attempt to, which I'm sure there'll be some bloopers in here. Let me move my squeaky chair. But just let me kind of walk you through this project. So I just want to pull it up so you guys can just see. I did ink the edges. For this one, I kind of created like a little baseball folio, like again, just kind of, celebrating American traditions is how I saw this one. But I thought it would be perfect to gift to like a baseball player, someone who likes baseball. It could be a Father's Day, like little folio for next year. But, let me know what you think of it. So I took just one of the 6x6, put it right here. I loved this for the cover. I did ink the edges with, let me see, archival ink potting soil. And then I did mix another color that I had in my stash that has more of like, kind of, I keep saying reddish, but it's like a kind of burnt sienna color. But most of it is with the more chocolate color. So I did matte throughout, which I love Country Craft Creations Navy Artisan cardstock. I am a freak about finding good navies, good reds. It's really hard to match those up, but I love this navy color. So I use that throughout. I have the brown, I think it's just brown artisan, just here and there. So I have 3 different artisan cardstocks. And for the base, I did it with the Kraft artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations. So it's a little bit, okay, don't quote me, but I want to say it's like, is artisan like 85 pounds? 87? It's more than 65. That's all I know. I will try to look it up and see and put it in the description box. But it's just a good weight. There's no chipboard in this project, so it's a nice, easy project. And then I plan to, when I do the tutorial, which will be in the white, I'm going to use that base for another 4th of July collection that I have. So you'll see 2 versions of this. So here is, like I said, the cover. I did use my corner chompers just to punch out like the ticket stub there. I had these little studs, flat back studs in my stash. And then I just left the navy matte there. Here is the back. And then again, the spine there. And I did use my tab punch just for a pull here, so I don't have a ribbon closure, which is very hard for me because I always want to. I don't know why, I always want to. But instead I just did a ribbon closure, and there is a magnet in there. So it opens up like this. And I kind of wish I did magnets on this side to, make it so when you open it, this doesn't, open up. So I might do that on the other one, so you'll see it in 2 different versions if I remember. But I just love this. You get the national anthem at the games and stuff and concerts and all of that. So I just thought that was cute to open up to. And then it opens up one more because it is a trifold folio, because you know I like my trifold folios. So this is what it looks like when it's all laid out. So again, I just did kind of a baseball theme. I did the red artisan matting here. And then the rest is in navy. And then I have some of the brown chocolate color artisan matting some of these cut aparts. But so here on the left and in the pocket, I just took a couple of the cut aparts. They're kind of different sizes, which I thought was fun. And then I have, oh, and I used, I think it's called Summer Ivory Artisan cardstock. It's in between cream, like the true ivory, and then the white. I love this for like these vintage looks. So you have that, and then I just had, you know, I punched out some star shapes with my scraps from my banner just so I didn't throw it away, and I just used those on this project. So it's basically some, you know, symmetrical, just the same on both sides. I think except, yeah, I took this sheet, so half is here, and then the other half is on the other side. And then again, I have the tab punches. You could either journal here or add a picture, but there's a lot of room to do more things. Again, it's just a nice quick project if you need something, you know, to gift to someone, but you still can fit a lot of photos in here. Like you could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can put a photo here if you want to. This is a great spot for journaling on the back here, and I did not mat this one. You can, but you know, you can get a good 15 to 25 photos depending upon the sizes. Like if you use the Insta, you definitely can get 25 and do a couple, like, you know, layouts. But I just think this looks so cute spread out like this. I don't know why I have to look at the full thing. And then this is the same on this side, but we'll still walk through. So again, just a great spot for journaling. I used my circle punch just to create a notch here. And when I do it, I have to do the top layer first, glue it to my mat, then put my circle punch in there, do it there. So it's not like even, but it works. It's all good. So this is the other side of this one, but flipped over. And then it just opens up like that. So same thing. Oh, and I do have the red. So like I said, there's some red going throughout, the brown. There's a lot of artisan happening in this one, which I love. So it's just a real quick project. Let's see if Tiffany can get through this tutorial without messing up, but I doubt it. So here we go. So what you're going to need is, and I'm going to hold these close because I think I've heard before when I write in pencil, you guys can't really see it. So you're going to need, basically this is one 12 by 12 sheet right here. One piece is 6 by 12, and then we're going to score at 6 and 6 3/4. And then another piece, the other half is 6 by 12. We're going to score at 6 and 6 1/2. I'm just going to go through the papers real quick. So basically, I think I used, I want to say I used not quite 3 12 by 12 pieces for this. And maybe I didn't even, I know I messed up on a measurement, so I had to pull out another sheet. So you might be able to get away with 2. But you'll need 2 pieces that are 5 1/4 by 6, and then we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch and then 3/4. For the pockets on that large flap, you'll need 2 pieces that are 5 1/2 by 3, and we're going to score at a 1/2 inch on 3 sides. For our flaps, we have 2 that are 3 3/4 by 4 1/4. Score at a 1/2 inch. That's the inside flap, and then the outer flaps that has a small little gusset is going to be 2 pieces at 3 7/8 by 4 1/4, and we scored a 1/2 inch and 5/8 of an inch. Just because when you look at it folded up, we just have where we have a little bit of room and it just sits better. It just sits really good. And you can too. I just didn't because I wanted to keep my little kind of baseball theme. I didn't want to add any other papers to it. But you could do a flap here. You could do a flap here. You could do a flap here. Have it go up and down, out. There's lots of room in here still to add more, but just so you can kind of see how it comes together. I like to always have a larger spine on this side when I'm doing a trifold, and then a smaller. I feel like it squares it up a little bit more, and then it gives me the room to do things here without worrying about it, you know, doing a little alligator mouth. Okay, so we will start with these two pieces. I don't even have my stuff organized. So hold on one second. Get this out. We're going to do some scoring. Let me get all my tools. I don't even know if I need my ruler. I need my glue. Okay. So we have, so this is the piece that we are going to score at 6, just like so, and 6.5. Now you can, when you adhere these together, you can attach them with just a 1/2 inch. I just like the extra sturdiness of it, so that's why I pieced like the whole thing together. But it's up to you how you want to put yours together. If you're saving on paper. So we're doing 6 inches and 6 3/4 of an inch for this one. So this is going to be our cover page when we do it, and then this will be the other side. Okay, so just set that aside and let's get all the scoring done so we can be done with the scoring. So I'm grabbing my 2 pieces that are 3 7/8 by 4 1/4, and we are going to score at a 1/2 inch and then 5/8, so we could have that 1/8 inch of a gusset. Same thing here, 1/2 inch, and then 5/8 of an inch, which is right next to the 1/2 inch. Set those 2 aside. Now grab the other 2 little flaps, the 3 3/4 by 4 1/4, and we're just scoring those at a 1/2 inch. Hopefully I am in frame. I am, okay, yes. So set that aside. Let's grab our 2 little pockets. So the 5.5 by 3 or 3 by 5.5, whichever works for you. And anytime I do pockets on a page or a flap, I always do a dry fit. So I'm just doing the 1/2 inch over here. So I'm doing it at 5 if you want to do it that way, or some people like to do a 1/2 inch, then a 1/2 inch on the long, and then turn, and then a 1/2 inch here as well. Do what works for you. Oops, sorry. It's toasty in here and it's not even hot outside. And I have a sleeveless shirt on. Okay, so set those 2 aside and then take our last 2. And these don't have to have a gusset if you don't want them to have a gusset. Up to you. I just like, because I feel like it keeps the shape of the album, but it does not have to have it if you don't want it to. So 1/2 inch, and then at a 3/4, because we're going to have a 1/4 inch gusset on these. 1/2 inch, and if you use 65-pound cardstock, I would mat. It just really helps with the sturdiness and it lasting longer. Otherwise, use a thicker cardstock. Oh, I'm going to leave this out for 1 second just to help me line this up when we do this. So right now we're going to go through and just get those lines, fold it over, give it a good crease. And my camera is going to shake. Like that. Okay, and then do the next one. Now you could do this two ways. I'm going to show you here. So the album is 6 by 6. I wanted all 3 of my trifolds to be 6 by 6. So, okay, first you want your larger gusset, the 3/4 gusset on this side. So this is going to be the front cover right here. So I'm going to stick it in like so. So see how I have it pushed in the corner of my scoreboard. So I'm just leaving it in like that, and then I will glue. I'll put a little bit of glue here, and on this smaller side I will attach it so I get to the 6 inches right here, and I kind of just do it a little bit over, just slightly over 6 inches, so that when this one folds up it doesn't impede. But here's what you can do if this is easier for you. I hope that you guys can see this. You can just take this piece that is for sure 6 inches, glue these two together, and then have just a smaller opening here like this, and you could do that too. So whatever is easier, it's up to you. I wanted mine to be the same, and I didn't want to have to go get another piece of paper, so this is just how I did it. So again, I'm going to push that into the corner and then hold it, and then I'm just eyeballing where I'm putting this. It's gonna get covered up with your paper, so it's okay that there's a seam. So again, I have that in there really tight, and I'm just lining this seam up, and I'm pushing up. I didn't get in all the way. Yeah, there we go. And then I'm going to burnish that down. And I'm looking at it right now, and so I can see that there's just see that little sliver? So this piece is just slightly bigger. So I'm just going to come through and just snip that off really quick with my trimmer. You could do it with scissors. Whatever works best, as I always say. I just want to make sure I don't cut off more than I actually need. Okay. So we are good. Now I have, like, see how this is open just a little bit? Because I wanted to make sure I didn't go over here, you know, put glue on that side. I'm just going to close it up with my glue. Or if you do score tape, you can do score tape up to a portion. But that's it. So we have that down. Now let me put my mat back. I'm telling you, this is so easy. Simple projects. Okay. So let's get our flaps. Pulling our large flaps out and crease those edges. Crease the edges. Hope everyone had a nice holiday weekend, especially with all the crazy stuff happening out there in the world. I just like to stay in my little crafty bubble and imagine everything is perfection out there, but unfortunately, we know it is not. So hopefully everyone has been able to stay safe this holiday weekend. So we have our two flaps. And we're going to just glue these down. So I'm going to glue this one down. And you're just going to do it on the inside if you're new. So you have a score line here, and you're going to come to the inside, basically the left, when we go to glue this down, because otherwise it will not fold up correctly. So putting down some art glitter glue. Again, very messy. I don't know why I cannot do this on videos. And I have to turn mine this way. I don't know why. Maybe it's a right hand, left hand thing. So I'm just getting it on there, making sure I'm lined up. Open that up. Boop, boop. And it's down. Give it a good crease. And of course, my husband has to do one of his loud laughs, as always. And then we'll have this side here, like that. This is just another take on, you know, like my 6x6 card folio. And many people do them, so it's not like it's even my original like thing. Everyone does something similar. And put this on here. But this is a different little twist. And like I said, you can add a whole bunch of different elements to this. You can make it as thick, as big, as interactive as you want. But sometimes it's just nice to have smaller projects. You gotta balance that out. Okay, let's stick on the pockets. So grab your two pieces that are 3 by 5.5. And I'm just cutting off, which I think I just went out of frame when I did that, because I was trying to get it not on my thing, but it's hard to see the white. I'm trying to hold it up so you guys can see it. But I just cut through the intersection right there. And then do it again with the other one. Just cut through. I have to flip mine all over the place when doing it. I don't know why. Like so. Now let's fold all those score lines over. And this is our little pocket that will go on top of our large flaps. There we go. Like so. And get your tape or your glue and then just stick these flaps down. I always like to do the bottom one first, and I typically like to dry fit. I don't know why I didn't just now, but if it is off a little bit, that's fine. Just center it so it's equally off, but that looks pretty good. Just going to grab my tape. This is just something I have to do. You don't have to. It helps if you put tags and things in there to not catch on that that seam right there. And if you're one that likes to do decorative paper all the way down, go for it. I'm not. I'm cheap. I don't like wasting paper. I like buying lots of paper. I will buy lots of paper, but I don't like wasting it. So that is me. I do not, if no one's going to be able to see in the bottom of a pocket, I am not wasting paper and putting it down. And let me just say as a tip for you, if you are frugal about your paper, or, you know, again, just, you know, want to save, do projects that are less than 6 inches, like wide, so you don't have to when I did this, I was like, huh, let me try to do a bigger project versus just a 6x6. And I almost did like a 7x7, but then I was like, oh, heck no. Because then I would have to use up like 6 12x12 sheets to do things just because I was over the 6 mark. And it's not to say I've never done it, because I have, but just saying for smaller projects, I'm not wasting all my paper. That's why you guys will see I like things within the 6 inches. Doesn't have to be 6x6, but at least one side 6 or less. Plus, they're just cute. They're cute gifts when you can give something a little bit smaller, more compact. So we have both pockets on now, and then let's do our little flaps. So the one with the 1/8 inch gusset is the 3 7/8 by 4 1/4. We're gonna do that first. Excuse me. Still got that little dry cough when I'm talking a lot. And sometimes it just sneaks up. So I'm just folding on both of those little creases to give us a little gusset there. Again, that was solely just to help with the shaping of the album. It's not necessary. Okay, and just kind of push that into place. Sometimes these little 1/8 inch gussets are a pain to fold, so you just have to kind of push it into place. And then we're mitering those corners. And if you forget to and glue it down, it'll still work. Just saying, I've done it 1,000 times. Okay, and put that on there like so. I'm gonna open this up, and I'm just eyeballing it. If you guys want it exactly centered, go ahead and get out that ruler. I'm just, see, like I could tell that's not totally centered, but it works. And I'll show you guys once we're done on the other folio. I forgot to put this on this side over here, and I had already had my paper down. But I just put it, I didn't have the paper down on this side yet, so I put it like here and wrapped it around. Still works. Still works. I'll show you. That was really messy. I am just sloppy in these tutorials. Okay, again, just eyeballing where I want that. Not going over the edge. Open it up. Good crease. And then reshape the gusset. Okay, so we have that one. We're almost done with this. Then I'll be able to work on eventually getting the Disney bag done. I just wanted to be able to hop over since I haven't been able to craft for a few weeks in a big way. I wanted to hop over to some 4th of July projects so you could at least somewhat decorate for July. Okay, so we just folded those, we mitered the corners. Now we are going to stick these down on the inside. And so we have this one. So I kind of look at both of these and somewhat, again, just eyeballing. So even if I'm off on one of these, I still try to get these somewhat the same at least. So they'll be off together. I don't know, but I feel like that's pretty good. It's not too far off. And then that folds up. And I'm going to this one on. Same thing, just kind of, I'm not pressing this in yet until I just make sure it's, you know, exactly where I want it, or close enough. So before I do anything, I then come back through and I want to do this. I'm putting where I want a magnet because I want this magnet to close onto this side here. And I miss this sometimes, but most of the time this helps me. And then I think we should do a magnet here, and it's going to close on this one. So I can't make it so it closes there because that'll be too much to go through that. So this one will have two different magnets, but this will close on top of that one when I do this next one. Let's see if I remember. And then this one. Oh, and I had those closed down. That's right. So I'm just going to do this on. Let's see. Did I? Because I want those to close down. So this one I have it, and I think the other one I forgot. So I have two magnets in here. And then to close that, you would put, let's see. Trying to see if I put my little magnets away. And I did. These are just my tutorial magnets. So I would stick one on top of this, put some double adhesive, and put it over here. Nope, that wouldn't work because it's too close. It would another magnet would have to go here. Either way, I just want to make sure that when this, I don't want the book to open up like this. I want this to stay closed. So I'm going to make sure that this snaps to this and this snaps to this. And then same thing here. I don't really care about the inside here, but I do care that this stays closed. And you could do a closure, a tie closure would be cute here as well. And then here is, I'll just show you. Can you guys see? Can you see? Oh, there you could see the seam. How I had to stick this flap on top of this page. But unless you're really examining every little detail, you would not see that. So there's always ways to fix our little errors, but there we go. I'm just going to put my pin back in my glue, and then hopefully I will be able to finish this one in the Echo Park 4th of July, my scraps. So we'll see. But stay tuned. But there you guys go. Just another project using Country Craft Creations All American collection. I just love this one. Kind of the baseball theme. Not kind of. That's what I envisioned. It was more like, you know, just the baseball. Because you guys know I like to, you know, section out all the collection kits. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you got this collection, what you plan to do with it. But if you did like this video and tutorial, please give me a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. I really appreciate, one, how kind you guys are in the comments, and how supportive you are. And thank you so much for liking the tutorials and the projects. I really appreciate it. It helps support me. And then if you haven't subscribed already, just go ahead and hit that bell. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications. You won't be disappointed. It's a comedy show here, and we have fun. So there you guys go. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.